Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 744 of our trek, and it's time for our Mindshift Monday series. Wisdom Trek's primary focus is to assist you in creating your living legacy. Creating your living legacy can only be accomplished by gaining wisdom in many areas of life. You can only gain wisdom by changing what you allow to go into your mind, which will result in changing the way you think. In other words, to create a living legacy, you must choose to be in the continual mode of mind shift. It is so easy to get stuck in a mindset that your current circumstances cannot be changed, but this is just not true. But you must understand this fundamental principle. In order to change your life, you must change how you think and what you think about. Our Mindshift Monday podcast and journal will provide you with practical ways to make a mind shift to a rich and satisfying life. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. I trust that you had a blessed Thanksgiving weekend. We have so much to be thankful for. Since we celebrated Thanksgiving with our family the Saturday before, the weekend allowed us to get all the leaves picked up, the roofs blown off, and the gutters cleaned out. We were also able to plant 12 flowering saplings that should have time to take root before the winter sets in. It was a very productive weekend. On another front, our granddaughter Hazel had to receive a unit of blood on 2 different days this past week, as the most recent round of chemo has depleted her blood counts and it'll take a couple weeks for her to be able to rebound on her own. This was expected, but it is so difficult to see her go through it. If you'd like to follow her blog written by Nat, her father, go to basilforhazel.org. Watching Hazel go through this treatment regimen can become discouraging, since there is little that we can do to help her. So today we want to have a mind shift as we analyze the formula for overcoming discouragement. Discouragement has the following effects on our lives, keeping us from what God intends for us. It hides the beauties of life from our lives. It smothers our ambition. It causes us to gravitate toward a crowd of losers. It causes our light to flicker when it should be shining brightly for Jesus Christ. It causes us to identify with failure. It causes doubts that control our actions. It freezes our creative minds. It paralyzes our faith. It magnifies our problems. It stifles our influence on others. It forces us to become introverted. It clouds our vision, and it dashes our dreams. Discouragement is a terrible hindrance to effective living. It is Satan's most effective tool, for it causes people to throw up their hands and just quit. Although it is impossible to live in an atmosphere totally divorced from discouragement, there are a few positive steps that can help us to have a mind shift that will allow us to be victorious when discouragement surrounds us. Here's the formula for overcoming discouragement. First, add up all the successes of the past. Too many times when we are discouraged, we forget our past victories. Discouragement has a tendency to make us wallow in the negative thinking until we think only of failure. You may say to yourself, "I'm no good. I'm always making mistakes." Or, "Why can't I ever do anything right?" You need to stop dwelling on the night of negativism. Allow the light of past victories to shine into your dungeon of discouragement. Secondly, subtract all the discouraging influences. Perhaps you have friends or relatives like Job had. Maybe they hinder you instead of helping you. Take a piece of paper and make a list of your friends or those that you invest a lot of time with. Now write down their characteristics. Are they negative or positive? Do they encourage you or tear you down? Do they possess attitudes like envy, jealousy, anger, or bitterness? What do they talk about? If your friends are tearing you down, it is better to find new friends or walk for a season alone with God. Begin reading good, positive, and encouraging literature that will build up your faith. Eliminate anything in your life that leads toward discouragement. Third, multiply all of God's promises to you. One of such promises is found in Isaiah chapter 43, verses 1 through 3. "But now, O Jacob, listen to the Lord who created you. O Israel, the one who formed you, says, Do not be afraid, for I have ransomed you. I have called you by name, and you are mine. When you go through the deep waters, I will be with you. When you go down through the rivers of difficulties, you will not drown. When you walk through the fires of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I gave Egypt as a ransom for your freedom. I gave Ethiopia and Seba in your place. There is a treasure trove of God's promises found in His Word. Invest the time to harvest these promises. And fourth, divide up all of God's blessings to you and then share them with others. There is no more effective way for overcoming discouragement than sharing something good with someone else. One of the major causes of discouragement is self-pity. When we begin to forget about ourselves by reaching out to others, a spirit of usefulness and encouragement will invade our lives. The grass is never greener on the other side of the fence. The grass is only greener when you plant it and take care of it yourself. Moses taught us in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8, "Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord will personally go ahead of you. He will be with you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you." Those are some pretty good promises for us to get rid of discouragement. Next week, we will continue on our trek on Mindshift Monday. On tomorrow's trek, though, we will explore another wisdom quote. This 3-minute wisdom supplement will assist you on becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise each day. Thank you for joining me on this trek that we call life. Encourage your friends and family to join us, and then come along with me tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 743 daily treks or read the daily journal, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe to iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.